Press the button.
Good morning, everybody. It is the last Sunday of September, and I'm back from my travels. And I guess you did a show solo last Sunday.
Yeah, because I couldn't remember when you got back, and I thought you were getting back, and then you weren't around, and then I worried. I was like, oh, shoot, because either you were MIA or I just remembered wrong. So I was like, I hope I remembered
Well,
wrong.
yeah, and I was actually supposed to fly home on Monday, but we had come home a day early, which was Sunday. So you had been messaging me, but I was in the air. And of course, I didn't get any messages until we landed.
Right. There we go. Okay, I think. Oh, hold on.
And for those of you watching, I'm not my usual bubbly self talking about what we're going to talk about today because I have been ill all week long. So I'm just going to power through here. Lucy prepared today's show. I did nothing. I'm here for the ride and just to throw in my 2 cents.
I want to
I
talk
believe
about
we're talking about
sourcing.
Halloween and right sourcing um, all the things like pumpkin spice and
I
all the
was thinking
fall
more
flavors.
candy and Halloween.
Okay.
So I wanted to stick with now the process. So what we're going to go over is mainly like Dollar Tree items
Okay.
because this is something that we all have access to. It's easiest for us to show. But you're going to take the same concept to any other store that you want to do. Some of my favorites have been Nightmare Before Christmas stuff at Walgreens. I was trying to think Rite Aid, if Rite Aid had something. Candy at Walgreens, Rite Aid, CVS, Fred Meyer's, Safeway. Trying to think the other big candy stores. Sometimes even Dollar Tree has good candy. But you take the concept and you can go to any other location. But it's easiest for me to show Dollar Tree items because I can easily search them. A lot of people are going to be allowed to sell. It's under Greenbrier. Before we get too started, though, I did want to say that in the mail this weekend, I got these toy catalogs. And my first instinct was, oh, I'm going to chuck it. And then I'm like, oh, no, this is perfect scanning material. Mm-hmm. So that's another technique that I wanted to share with you guys because we are coming up on Black Friday. And literally what I will do is I take my phone, log into the Amazon Seller app, and use the image scanner and scan one of these. So I will do it on here. I like this little camera thing. I know that's been popular where it projects the books onto the screen. And boom, it will come up. Let's see here. Well, it did not. It scanned just little tyke stuff. So I might have to play around with that a little bit more. Let's see here. There we go. So I don't know if we can see this, but it does request approval. And I can request approval right here in the app, which is nice. So I will do this all weekend long on Black Friday leading up. And, if I get these things in the mail, you'll start to get them both email and snail mail. And you can do the same image search either way. Google Lens is great on the computer if you like big screens, and then just using your camera. I did not get ungated for it, but using your camera and scanning is also good. The other thing I like is I like to see what is hot and what is not, and then I like to go, good morning, all things Amazon, I believe is April, if I remember right. So good morning. I like to see what is hot, and then I look for the accessories. So if there's a doll or like these little tyke things, I can't sell the camera or whatever, this projector, but maybe the books will go good with that because you can't just get the projector for your kid. You got to get the accessories for your kid. So I will go through and see what all is hot and look at the accessories, especially over Target. Target has a lot of good accessories for games, score pads, game kits, game containers,
and expansion packs to things have historically done well, or the refill, if you will. Like a few years back, that cauldron thing. It was Magic Mixies, I think it was called. That's what I want to call it. It was like a little cauldron, but there was a little refill packs that went to it. That because of course the kid is going to run out of those. So I'm like you. I like to look at the things that are the supporting around the main toy.
Yeah, I always like to look at refills, like you said, and for the dolls, diapers, clothing. I bought and sold so many Barbie outfits one time, and it was the Ken outfits that were doing so well. Because Ken gets nothing, right? He's such a
Ken, just like guys in real life, right? Us women dominate the clothing aisle, and poor Ken.
So as soon as I found any Ken clothing, and this was at Walmart, boom, it would be good to go. The other thing to look for is the outline characters. So I don't know if you watch Avatar Airbender, but the one that does dirt, and I can't remember her name, but she's dressed in green and yellow. That figurine was going for insane. It was like buy 10, sell for 35, selling off the shelf, and they were at Walmart. So every time I was at Walmart, I was looking for her. And all the other characters were, they were just, so buy for 10, sell for 12 or something. But she was the outlier. Same with Batman one year. There was a couple Batman there's all sorts of Batman figurines, but there was a couple Batmans that were dressed in different different outfits I'm sure there's a reason, comic lovers, I'm sure there's a reason, but I didn't care. It was like the Batman in red and gold, is the one that is selling for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I usually dive into these reasons and find out, there's some collectible reason or some TV show reason, but it could be so all over the place. You never.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have time. I don't have time to dive into all that. I just want to find which one is selling.
Hear the noise.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to shut this door because I'm like, it's loud to me.
Okay. What is it? Sounds like news. I'll guess news.
It is a phone call that my husband got. So it's on speaker. So
got it. That is why when you're first starting to scan for Q4, it takes forever because I will spend hours in one section scanning all of the variations. But once you do that one section, you're just going to go back. Like literally by the end of Q4, I was run into Walmart, grab this Avatar thing, grab the Ken clothes, grab whichever other ones. There was a bunch of Polly Pockets that were, there was one or two good ones on Polly Pockets that year. So just grab the ones that are good and get out. I mean,
I agree. Once you put in the work, the beginning is a real time suck, but then it does, once you know, then when you hit up every other location, you're just going in there, looking for the thing, grabbing it. If you see something new you hadn't seen yet, scan it.
Yep. Now, how do we stay organized and put these things together? I think we should talk about that for a second because we've done some clever things over the years. We've had Google Keep Lists. We've had my favorite, I think, and what I'll roll with this year is just adding them to a list in Amazon.
Same. So, that's my favorite.
I think that's my favorite. I've written them down. That was terrible. Don't do that. I never remembered my sheet. It was all over the place.
And hopefully you drop it on the store floor and then another reseller like me comes along and says, oh, look at this great buy list.
Yes. We have texted each other pictures. I've kept pictures, like, hey, this one's good, and take a picture. And then I'll promptly forget what I took that picture for. Was it because it's a good idea for somebody for my own Christmas shopping, or was it a good thing? You can edit and write. So sometimes that was easier. I'd write on here like Walmart and then $2.99. But my writing is so crummy that I would often not be able to read it. So there's goods and bads with all of these things. And I think adding it to a list is my most favorite. So in your Amazon account, you create a wish list and you call it whatever store name. Mine usually is like Fred Meyer 2025. And I'll go through all my 2024 stuff and then see, is that still good or not good? And then change the title to 2025 once I go through it, and then just start adding items to that. And I also have found that over the years, going down to just a handful of stores or like 3 good sourcing stores and then hitting all the stores for those name brands, like Fred Meyer's is one of mine. I've done Fred Meyer's for years and I will do it again this year. But Fred Meyer's is one where I will do maybe Fred Meyer, maybe Target, and maybe one more. And then I kind of just cut out the other ones. I'm not going to do TJ Maxx and Marshalls during the Q4. They're too much. I don't get enough. My time on the ground versus how much I actually find to sell is not as good as the other one. So I'm going to take my top 3 selling profitable stores and just stick with them and then get my routes in place so that I can go store to store to store to store and make it efficient. Other things that play into this is, like, of course, your location, how much gas you want to spend, how easy it is to get in and out of the stores, maybe how nice it is to shop in those stores. I find that I don't really like going to Walmart, unless if it's going to be a $200 profit type of store. Plus, I'm not going to go in there for $50 worth of profit. It's not worth the headache. And my Walmarts are god awful. It's smelly. There's crud everywhere. They're not well kept. The people are nasty. Not worth it, in my opinion. I'll go over to Fred Meyer where it's better lighting and my chances of getting stabbed significantly reduce in them. And there's a little bit more security and not so many crazy people. So lots of things go into that. And let's see, that's what I wanted to look at there. Did you have anything to add, Miss Tina?
No.
Okay. I was looking at, let's go up here. Now, diving into Halloween, what I did was I just went and I added, good morning, Nate. Nice to see you. I went in and added some things to my cart. And already, I love how it gives you suggestions over here. They've got another wrap. So this one's probably an Alibaba wrap. Probably 70 cents, maybe, if that. Going for 6.
I wish.
Well, we are going to talk a little bit about bundles, and that is, are we making them? That's a great question. I think we ought to talk about that. So here's my thing with bundles. If you had 2 things, we'll talk about these rats right here. Right now, these rats are under Greenbrier. But let's say you go into the Dollar Tree, and that's what we're going to do in a little bit here. We're going to go to the Dollar Tree up here and look at some items. If you make a listing, you're technically supposed to put it under Greenbrier. But let's say you do not have the
G10 exemption.
Yeah, the exemption part for that. You still can technically put them under generic. If you put them under generic, is it correct? Not really. Can you get in trouble? Maybe. Do I see it done all the time still? Absolutely. Is it something that you want to risk doing for 3 weeks and then delete everything and move on? That's up to you. I'm not going to tell you how to do your business. If you have your own brand, that's when you can go to Alibaba and source things like this rat and get them. So if you have your own trademark, feel free to do that and do brand registry and go along that lines and source from Alibaba and do that. Now, if you had these 2-pack rat, or let's talk these guys right up here, they did 2 trays and some tongs, which looks terrible to package. Don't ever do something like this. This looks like a broken item just waiting to happen. But they they did it under their own brand name, T's One Stop Shop LLC. If you're outsourcing, you're not going to be able to sell on this guy's or girl's listing. You might be able to technically, but they might get mad at you and start doing IP complaints. So I wouldn't risk it for something that's stupid looking anyways. But if you are T's One Stop Shop and you are sourcing and you're using Dollar Tree items, depending on who is the brand for those Dollar Tree items, you're in that gray area again, because the Alibaba stuff definitely has a manufacturer, but you are ordering it more under your brand than going to the Dollar Tree and getting said items. So it's still a gray area. I don't, what I'm seeing in the brand world is if it's all non-branded stuff, nobody is caring. What they are locking down on is if you have branded shown items here. So an example of that would be, I believe I did it right here, this one right here. So if you had Kit Kat and you did it together, this is under candy snacky sellers. So let's just look at this one. This is what they're cracking down on. You do not want to This one's more risky. I'm not going to say you don't want to do this, but it's a little bit more risky. Would I jump on this listing? That's a question. I'm not sure. One, you can't do it because it's brand generic. You cannot jump on generic listings unless if you've already had them in your cart, in your inventory from before, which I don't. I cleared out all things like this, but this is not a proper one because of the Kit Kat, and they did some funky funk things. You can see they covered up the Kit Kat with the bars of candy. They did not cover up these guys down here, but they are kind of distorted enough where maybe AI won't pick them up. And what they're doing is they're trying to bypass
Avoid AI. Yeah.
the AI. Everything. Amazon has announced that most of their chopping and what do you call it, like lockdowns or reporting is going to be AI generated. So now everybody's just learning how to deal with the AI. So they've covered up Kit Kat here. They've got here 2-pack Witch's Brew kit._cats. That's another one to mess with the AI. It's not Kit Kats, it's Kit Kat, kit./cat. It is, these guys are definitely flirting with getting deactivated more than I'm comfortable with at this time.
It's a great listing. They did a fabulous job.
Yeah,
this used to be allowable, and we were all here for it.
Yeah. It's
although people do continually get away with it, so it's always like, what's your risk factor? So choose your risks if you want to create these kind of listings.
Exactly. If you wanted to do something like this, that is completely up to you. When I say you can do it, I mean physically you can. Should you and will you get deactivated? That's a different question. These guys aren't. I would bet you $20 that they are not going to get shut down at all. We keep seeing, because we keep regulating this to see what's going on in the world, and we have not seen them get shut down at all. Can you tattletale on them? Not really. It seems that people that kind of narc out these other sellers are the ones that get backlash and get shut down themselves. So we're not in the business of that either. What can you do? You can get upset. You can punch the wall. You can scream out into the void. That's about it. Palmer. Let's look up Palmer. Palmer is a huge brand. Palmer chocolate.
Yeah, Palmer is just cheap drugstore icky chocolate, but it does sell good.
These guys, I have bought and sold these coins so many times. There's there's 6 of them. So it is, what is that? $7.50 cost of goods. And that's going for $20 right now because it's not Christmas. Once Christmas starts coming, the coins, you'll see so many coin listings. Pick one that's profitable and has the right rank, and you can sell coins all day long.
And the See's Candy one next to it, if you live in a city that has See's Candy, they can be great to sell. That's adorable.
That is super cute.
It is very cute. And we have See's Candy here in our city. There is profit to be made on See's Candy. Oftentimes it's not a very high profit. You might spend $15 to make 3. But See's Candy can be profitable if you can sell it.
Question. Do the people at See's Candy make commission or higher dollar sales? And where I'm going with this is if you can get in with somebody that benefits from you making larger than normal purchases, say they get a commission or they get a better sales number for their whatever weekly sales.
See's Candy people work on commission. I don't know.
Well, even if they get just kudos, some of them get kudos if they make their sales numbers for the week. So I've run into people like that where they're like, oh no, we want to do your big order because this is going to make my numbers look really good this week.
Yeah, that's a good tip.
All right. What else do we got down here? The milk chocolate eyeballs, individually eyeballs. This is a Dollar Tree item. What you really need to watch out for is the ounces because of shrinkflation. In the past, these packs have been, we'll say 5 ounces or
yeah,
5.5, and now because of inflation, they just reduce the amount in the bag. So you want to make sure your listing matches up. But this could be a good seller. $13.50 for one bag of googly eyes. That's really high right now. And the rank reflects that. 77 is not the greatest. I would anticipate, you know what? We'll just look at it.
yeah, you can see your keep a graph popping up, and historically it definitely sells well.
Let's go back for 1 year. Back in October, it dropped down. Why did my graph just do that? I didn't
You're back on 3 months again. If you hit a year, I don't know why it did that, but
all right. It went down. It looks like there was some for $2.99. So some big sellers sent in probably a pallet to sell at $2.99 because there's really no profit, or that's the merchant fulfilled. FBM was $10.58, hovered around $10. So I'm trying to think, at 4.5 ounces, how much shipping would that be?
it would be first class because it's very lightweight. If you're talking merchant fulfilled,
Yeah, what do you think? Like $5?
or less. Well, yeah, let's round it up to $5.
So say $5 is your shipping,
Mhm.
$1.25 for your item. So you're $6.50 in, and you're selling it for $10. So you're getting
You're making almost $4 profit.
yeah, about $3.50 easy on profit,
Mhm.
and you're just shipping out these eyeballs. Now, the risks with this one in particular is multiple season. You know, do you ship it out with an ice pack or not? We're like still 70 degrees up here in my neck of the woods. Give me a 3 weeks and then I don't need to worry about that anymore. But Tina, you might need to worry about it. Love it. Okay. We've got some, what is this guy?
I think those are box, like how Valentine chocolate would be. That's what I think those are.
Individually wrapped. Okay. I'd have to look out for them. I don't think I've ever seen these Bing Bites, but they look good.
I've never even heard of them till today.
Yeah. This one, I don't think I've seen that at the Dollar Tree.
I haven't either. They could be new this year, and sometimes Walmart has those.
Yep, that is true. I have found a lot of the Valentine's Day candy I find at the Dollar Tree and I find at Walmart. And sometimes one is cheaper than the other.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on the sales going on. Here's some more See's candy, milk chocolate balls for $14.99. We could go over to them and see how much those guys are. And sometimes in those types of stores, you can buy more to save more. You know, you buy 3, you get something off, or there's all sorts of different ones. Here we go. More chocolate bags. This is one thing of chocolate coal. You may get some people upset about that. 3 bags, a little bit better. I think this one will have a better sales rate once it gets down there. Palmer chocolate patties. I've seen this at the Dollar Tree. I've seen this one at the Dollar Tree, the little red, white, and green. This one is
That's from
somewhere.
Vermont Company, I think. Yeah, Vermont
Yeah.
Nut. It's a candy nut company.
Exactly. Salted caramels. What do we got? Fannie Mae. I have bought and sold these from, let me think, Walgreens and Walmart, if I remember right. Okay, going down. Chocolate bunnies, chocolate SpongeBob. That one's pretty dead. Holiday gift. We've got 279 in rank. This might have been good last year. I don't think I've seen SpongeBob out there. Have you?
That price is just not even worth looking at that listing. It's so ridiculous.
No, but I wanted to go back. Yeah, somebody did this and it just totally flopped. I don't know why they did it. Maybe they picked it up on Christmas clearance and tried to do it because they didn't even sell it during Christmas time. Crazy. All right, more chocolate coins or chocolate coal. There we go. This is, I think, where April was going with. These chocolate bombs have been good over the years. Whether they're good or not this year, that's going to be a different question. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people doing these types of listings, whether they like it or not. You can get clever and try and hide the Palmer, but I do know that the AI will look for Palmer. Just trying to see if there's anything else interesting here. People complaining. Oh, yeah, lots of 1 stars. Okay, moving on. Let's see here. Okay, the ones that I found that were still pretty good to maybe jump on were the rats. The rats have been good
for many years.
Many, many years. I don't know. I've bought and sold the rats, gosh, at least 5 years. But you have to get in on a good time. So it may be good for 2 weeks out of the year, and the rest of the time it's not good. So pick and choose there. These door covers have been good on and off as well for both Christmas and Halloween. So I wanted everybody to kind of take a look at these. My thing is, whenever I see these, I never find this one. I'll find kind of a crappy one at my stores. So I never find good ones.
And you never find the exact one that is the listing.
No, I never do. And I didn't bring up anything to see what the profit was going to be, but I would guess the Amazon fees are going to be around $3-4, and or if the shipping is around $3 or $4, and then we've got $6.99. So you're not going to make oodles of money, but these things
are good FBA, yeah.
And this is a really good one to, if you are looking at private label stuff, to design your own. If you have a really good design, these things are awesome. They're flat. They're easy to ship. They don't break. They've got a lot of pluses to them. The downsides are it could be very, very cheap, and you may get negative reviews of it being folded or the image not being very great. But I bought one for my bathroom door this year, and it was pretty good, and I could tell that it was an Alibaba item that they just had printed out. So if you're looking for private label stuff, this would be a good option. All right. And then these tongs. I wanted to look at these skeleton tongs.
Yeah, those have been around for years at Dollar Tree.
Yeah. I never find them. Again, they're never available.
Really? I'll have to get you some and send them to you. I always find those. But yeah, years ago, one of my early bundles was these tongs with the web. They have a bowl that looks like a spider web. Yeah. And then I filled it up with candy eyeballs. And it was a bundle that did really, really well years ago. Of course, I moved on to the type of bundles I did.
Yeah.
And things like that you could bundle still, because they are very generic. There's not it's not driven by any type of brand name. And you can get these from lots of wholesale suppliers, these hand tongs, even those spider bowls. I've seen stuff like that at ASD. And you can even buy a UPC code for your bundles in nature like this.
Absolutely. Look at this. There's all sorts of now.
Yeah.
Tongs. So good Alibaba item. I'm sure they're going. I was looking to see if there's one with a bowl. I'm not seeing it. I'm sorry. I love they're scratching the cat with it. Okay. Oh, thank you, Nate. Nate donated to our cause. Thank you so much.
That's sweet.
We appreciate it. Oh, this is the one that I bought for my bathroom, if anybody's interested. But I thought they did a really good.
I've sold not on this listing, but I've sold that guy before.
I'm sure. Yeah. So it's by this store, which is totally a private.
Yeah, you can open up wholesale accounts with them. I have a wholesale account with them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they are an actual company.
I did not know that.
Huh?
They're a wholesaler?
Yes. Yep, they're a wholesaler.
All right. Well, I mean, they had all sorts of different cool ones.
Yeah, they are basically a party supply company. So they sell paper plates, napkins, and things like this, the decorations on the wall. That lady who used to do bundles, Mommy Income, on her channel, almost all of her listings were just bundles of stuff from that company.
Ah, okay. Interesting. Okay, where are we going? This one I wanted to show.
Yeah.
This one has been bought and sold. I know I've done it a few times. Just kind of depends on if I can find this. And then I did find it. Where is it? There we go.
Yeah.
Get all my pop-offs off. So they do come. It's hard to buy these as cases because I want to say only the eyeball and the Tower of Pumpkins really sell well. The ghost and the skull do not, if I remember right. Of course, you want to always like check for yourself and what's going on this year. Different things come in and out of play. Like Wednesday Addams is back on TV, so I'm sure that's going to increase the ranks of things going on. Whereas Walking Dead, I think can't remember if Walking Dead has a new spinoff or what's going on with that, if zombies are cool or not this year. But Walking Dead has definitely driven the zombie fad over the last few years. So you have to kind of go in to get just the pumpkin and the eyeball or whichever ones are selling. You can't buy cases of these, unfortunately, unless if you have another way, like you could do a bundle of some sort with the ghost or the skull. But these guys were that. And when you're sourcing, that's a good idea. You can either go here to Amazon and type in, Greenbrier or whatever supplier that you're trying to get stuff from, or you can go over to your supplier store and do a search with Google Lens and then select what
I like to do this, right? I do this a lot when I'm looking for stuff that I want to look up.
And then you just go through and find it over on.
Oh, that one had cat. Oh, it's a different, different dispensers, but.
Yeah. But what?
Oh, and packaged up even.
This looks like a Walmart item or something. No, but it looked like the right one, and then.
Well, they probably changed the image at one point. Is my guess.
Yeah. So I didn't do it the greatest here, but you can get the idea.
It looks like possibly people might have those on eBay as well, and always keep eBay option open.
Yes, this one's cute, but not at $7. Gee, many Christmas. Michael's too expensive for me. I feel like I've seen this at one of the stores.
I haven't. I'm not familiar with that one.
They had nope. I thought they had like a in world image. Hello, pumpkin.
Yeah, so this is somebody who's just added on random. That's from Walmart because I think that little good housekeeping thing off on the side. I feel like that's very Walmart looking.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I don't see it over there. Okay, you can definitely go down some rabbit holes. We'll clear up those rabbit holes. I wanted to look at. Okay, this was another one. These little pumpkin faces I have sold on and off throughout the years. Different faces do better than others. Are you okay, Tina? Okay. Love bundling these up. They do sell pretty darn well. $14 price point. That's what I like looking for when I'm looking at these cheaper bundles, is to put a couple things together and then sell them, because the price, I don't want to sell a whole bunch of stuff at $6. The margins that they take, you're just not making much profit. I'd rather sell less items, but at a higher dollar sale, higher dollar amount. Okay. These guys looked like something. I was just playing around on Dollar Tree. Looked like something that I would want to maybe go ahead and make a listing for. So these were pretty cute little displays. And then what was this one? Yeah, just going down and seeing what is there and what do I look for, I guess, is what I wanted to show you guys. What do I look for when I'm looking to sell things? This is going to be a no. I don't feel like this image grabs you very well, and the possibility of breakage is just too high. Nate says, have you downside on sourcing software during this new time we're in? We have. I'll let you finish your thought. If you want to give us a sourcing software to investigate, we can. I'm not quite sure if you want to finish your thought there, or was it finished? I don't have any sourcing software. I'm just always not impressed with them. They give me a lot of junk that I don't need. And this, I don't know. I feel like I either spend the same amount of time with the sourcing software or the same amount of time doing it like this, And at the end of the day, this cost me nothing more, and the sourcing software cost me a lot of money. So if you like feeling like you spent money to get answers, then go ahead and do sourcing software. But if you like to just get the answers and not spend the money, learn how to source. I don't know. That's my take on it. All right, so this one I would say no to because of breakage. This one, same thing. We've got light bulbs, batteries, breakage issues. I already pointed this one out that I do like this one. That would be a possibility making a listing. I don't even know what these guys are. LED lights.
Yeah, you want to avoid lights on Amazon.
Lights, you don't. Witch easels, too much breakage. These guys, tabletop, if they're glass, probably not. If they are not glass, maybe. What do we got here? Glow in the dark teeth. No. The visual on this, like, no. You got to have something that somebody's going to see and jump out and grab you. Lights, no. Giant spider web, maybe. Giant spider webs are pretty popular. I want to get one I got one last year for my yard. And you can make a picture that is better than this right here for your main image. Outdoor banner. No, I don't think banners sell very well. These guys, I don't know. I don't think that really sells well, that Victorian stuff. What do you think, Tina?
I have sold a lot of things similar to that, but they I don't know if holographic is the right word. It's like where the skull looks like the pretty lady, but if you kind of turn it, then it's the skull face. Mm-hmm. Where they change. I've sold a lot of those type of things at Halloween.
Okay. I don't know if these guys do it. Okay. Beware, danger, yard signs. I don't think, unless if you can get 10 or 12 of these, I just don't see it selling. I'm not, as a customer, really wanting to buy 2 of them or 1 of them on Amazon. Okay, we got more lights. What is this? Eyeball.
Those were plates. Those would be so cool. They're not, but if those were, every year when Dollar Tree has those and I see that images, at first I think it's like a monster eye set of plates. And I just think that would be so cool.
Yeah, I wish they were. These guys are garbage. I've bought one for the house. They're garbage. Don't buy those. Glow in the dark yard stakes. I'm, again, not interested in that. These little spider decorations could be good if you paired them up with something else. So this is where I might take that other tabletop decor and a spider or something that kind of goes together to make a cool decoration piece that people want to buy the set. Because people want convenience, right? You got to think like your customer. Your customer wants convenience. What am I looking for? I've got to decorate whatever, this corner of my house or the front desk of the school or wherever they're trying to decorate. And they don't want to spend the time to like get something here and get something there. They want to get it all together. So that's the convenience part that you are creating for them to sell. Giant skeletons, maybe if you sold several together. These are kind of fun tabletop pumpkins. So something like this with that first, with these guys, again, I'm looking for sets of 3 that I could pair together. I don't know. I think they're pretty cute. The gnomes have been hot for many years. A lot of people love the gnomes. Not sure if all 6 of them would be good or if, again, you piece out one and put it with something. All right. Did you want to go over to the Amazon side and do some searching, Tina?
If you want to. I'm sorry. I'm so tired still. I've been sleeping from like 5 at night to 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I've just still been sleeping a lot, recouping.
All right. Candy bundle.
It's my first time in the COVID club. I've told Lucy and some friends that I thought I was a unicorn because I never had it.
Let's see, variety. I'm trying to search Halloween variety candy bundle. I'm trying to see what candy is out there. You guys can see what I'm looking at. I'm trying to see if there's anything price-wise to go out and look for at the stores.
I would say my best luck with candy things is when I've sourced it at stores like Costco, or I have found unique candies in stores like Marshall's, just straight up candy from Walmart or Target. Selling it on Amazon has never proved to be very profitable of a buy on its own, unless you were bundling it. Target sometimes has unique candy that is only at Target, that if you get on it quick and early and fast can be profitable. That's my experience with candy. And I've had some wholesale candy suppliers that are a bit better than shopping at a Walmart.
April says, "Glad to see you're feeling better." I think she had it 3 times that I know of. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
my first, so now I understand the whole fatigue thing behind it.
yeah. 14. What are we doing here? Walmart. Okay. Okay. Get rid of that. Oh, what is it? Okay, exact matches. Mario's Payless. Payless Supermarkets. Where's that at?
I don't know. I never heard of it.
Me neither. All right. Oh boy. So you buy one, get one 40% off. And it is going for $20. Coupon. Oh, with a coupon price of 15. Okay. So nerds though, the gummy nerds is what I've go for. We've got this one too, is at a $24 price. It's the gummy nerds that have
I
been.
saw this listing just this morning when I was kind of looking around at some things.
Yeah. They did pretty good. I like the box. They got a custom box made. And then, these things are probably like $1 maybe. And then what do they got in there? They've got Twizzlers, Swedish Fish, some Fruit Bites, some Pop Outs. All of this can be ordered wholesale. They got quite a few little things in here, but nothing that looks more than 50 cents a pack.
Yeah, it still looks like a unsafe bundle, in my opinion, but one that I love.
Yeah, I'm looking at their artwork too. So this is an example of what you can get done with ChatGPT. So ChatGPT, you could tell ChatGPT did this image of the guy holding 2 kids and the pumpkin bucket full of candy. It's real enough to kind of get past the customer not really paying attention to it. But yeah, that's definitely, and I bet you this one is similar in images. Yeah, those images are probably not for real. Oh yeah, because here's that guy again holding this one. It's very similar. And he did not pose. If you look at the images side by side, he didn't pose exactly the same. Ohio has Payless. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Nate. This is an example of a bundle that people are still getting away with. They can kind of argue that it is private label because they've got the box done and they've got the highest dollar amount item that they're putting in there is this bucket, and that's reflected on how big it is in their main image. And they can show probably invoices saying, hey, my bucket is $1.23 and all these other things are 42 cents a piece, so it is the highest valued item in their bundle, so they can kind of follow all the policies. Should you do this? I don't know. I find it a little too much risk for my liking, but it is an idea out there and a way to do bundles according to Amazon. Looking at these. Oh my goodness. I've bought and sold these so many times. They were at my local drugstore and sometimes at the Dollar Tree. The caramel apple filled, always the ones with the caramel. and the apple seem to do really well.
What about at Walgreens when they have the Thanksgiving jelly bellies?
Oh yeah, let's look at that. I don't know if that's.
I wonder if those are still going to be popular again this year because they're always very hard to get.
No, Thanksgiving flavored, right?
Yeah, they may not be active yet because they're not out yet.
There's another one.
Yeah, I don't think it would show up already.
Pumpkin pie. Ah, there it is. No. What is this one?
Those are Dunkin' Donut ones.
The iced coffee. But they're still good. Like, I want to look at the price of that because I see those once in a while. Monster Mash. I don't see them yet. Okay.
And then April is asking about Needzo doing listings still.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she is too many of them because she had gotten in trouble too.
Needzo wound up working out something with the caramel apples was Needzo. I didn't catch that at first. I don't know why this one Mexican shirt showed up as for Needzo. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, because a big part of their business is selling all Catholic religion merchandise. But yeah, they did work out something with Amazon because I remember she was in our group of people that were in trouble for making bundles, and she did work out some deals.
She worked out something. I don't remember because didn't she leave our group too?
She did because she's not much of a sharer. Yeah.
Yeah, she was very quiet. We other than knowing that she was in the group, we don't really have much else to say. And she said she had worked something out, and they're clearly still here. Like they got back up, and I don't know what lawyers they were using or what. I would love to know, but yeah, they do this type of stuff all the time. Look at that. They've got it's peeps, and yet they're still allowed to sell it underneath. So I don't know who they're in cahoots with over on Amazon, but something is not. I don't know why they get special privilege, and I can see they're mad that they get special privilege and we don't.
Yeah,
but I can never find all the peeps. Me neither. I'll find like 3, and then I can never find the skulls. Like that one is totally lost. I do know that she orders these in. She's not out there.
Yeah, she's not out there doing retail arbitrage. She's ordering them from the suppliers.
And I think she may have gotten permission from the supplier to list the peeps. That's how
because she and I shared the same one of the suppliers. And so I chatted with her privately about what was she able to work out with them? You know, was she able to work out anything with them? She was nice to me, but you could tell she's someone that's like, I'm not going to help you or tell you anything.
Yeah, she was definitely close-lipped, which I get. I don't understand why not share the information. I mean, for you guys in the chat right now, you guys have known Tina and I for years now in our ups and downs and the differences going on with Amazon. Like, well, the gating. I got hit up last night to do some ungating for somebody. And I said no. I have too many clients right now. And the ungating is so, like, I don't have a good answer for it right now. If you had asked me 6 months ago, absolutely, I know how to get ungated for just about everything. But now that they're requiring 400 item purchase and then sometimes not accepting the invoice, it's like I don't know what the magic formula is right now. Now, that may change. It certainly may change in the next couple. But I don't want to bring on somebody and charge them to show them how to ungate if I'm not confident in that decision. So it's ungating is kind of crazy. And I've seen everywhere from 10 items to 200 items to 100 items to 400 items. And spending money to buy 400 items is a good chunk of change. And then to be told that even with that invoice you can't get in is crazy. All right, I'm going to go back over here. Okay, Dunkin' Donuts. I do see these every once in a while. At $10, probably not going to make any money. Pooey.
Yeah, April, here they have those type two, where like if it's 10 but 50 from Amazon, we have that as well. However, a lot of times it's, 50 but 200 with Amazon. It's a lot higher.
Yeah, I have not seen much of the 50 from Amazon for ungating. That one is guaranteed though. If you do the 50 from Amazon, that is, you'll get through on that one. These guys, I can't remember what they wanted, but I was like, this sounds, and the English was so broken up. I'm like, no, this is too difficult. All right. I like the jelly beans.
I do notice there's a lot of Easter candy coming up. And I discovered, I've shared this many times on our lives over the years, but I discovered many years ago on accident that Easter stuff sells during Christmas so well. And I know you've heard me say this many times, Lucy, because I've always been perplexed as to why.
Because you can't get it anywhere.
Yeah, but
people like it.
People buy Easter eggs even. I've sold so many Easter eggs during Christmas, things that don't make sense to me. And I've tried to Google, like, is there some religious reason behind it that people incorporate Easter into Christmas? I've always been perplexed by it.
Yeah, I heard that too. With the Easter eggs, they put them in the stockings or something. I don't get it, but sure, you do you. And putting money in them and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, this Easter listing does well just about all year round. I don't know what happened here right before April. Maybe the early spring is not the best time for jelly beans. Everybody's trying to work out and work off that candy from the fall and the rest of the year. Let's see here. April says she placed a wholesale candy order today. Going to try 2 ungatings. Hey, would you let us know? Made a listing for jelly beans. Awesome. Jelly beans are good. I hate them personally. I do not eat jelly beans. I think they're disgusting, but selling wise, they're one of my favorites. I have noticed that on many of the profitable items, they want a minimum of 400. Yeah, I'm seeing more and more 400 than
a lot.
That's cute. This is a good listing. They've got a lot of AI generated little photos, cute, made with Canva, a lot of good little listings. And it is by Sweetside Candy Store, not Brock. All right. Did we talk about this one? What is this one? This is Sweetside.
It's also them too. They're not branding it correctly.
Right. And I don't know if we can sell this brand or not. I'd have to look it up.
No.
You don't think so?
No. Because that's the same as like Nidzo. They're selling other branded candy as their own.
Damn. All right. Fine, Tina. Fine. They got mostly bulk candy. Okay. Where did we go? That might be all I got. Let's see here. Let's close some tabs. We looked at that one. We looked at that one. I looked at that one. That might be all I got. I want to look at Nidzo's store to see what's going on. I'm nosy. Yeah, nice little front page here.
Yeah, she does.
Looks like they've gone into more costumes and stuff.
Yeah, her bulk business has always been like the candies and things and Catholic items.
Yeah, but I had seen mostly candy from them.
Yeah, it looks like she's venturing into other type of things now.
We got ornaments. This looks like Alibaba stuff. We got cute little ornaments. Interesting. Pickleball. Okay. What in the world? Why do you want to have a dinosaur going potty? That's a weird ornament.
I'm going to get it for you.
Huh?
I'm going to buy that for you.
I love dinosaurs. I don't need to see them go potty. All right. I was just going to bring this up. I used to do these guys all the time.
Those do very well. Yes.
Yeah. What was it? Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning at them all the time. And I loved buying and selling. They smell so good. I was thinking about buying it for myself, but at $14, I don't think I can justify $14 soap.
Isn't it funny how we want our Amazon customers to buy it for that price, but
Mhm.
because we're resellers and we know how inexpensive we can get it, we're like, no.
I know. We've had such a fight over soaps in the house because I like the Bath and Body Works. I like this one, the super smelly. And the rest of my family voted and they're like, no, we don't want smelly soaps.
Mm-hmm.
And so we bought the pack at Costco last time and they're like, yes, this is fine. It smells nice, but it's not overpowering and I don't smell like a fruitcake for 3 hours, which I don't know. I've lost this battle on my fun smelling soaps.
Mm.
So like generic sellers that make a brand can't get on. That's not true. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Sometimes I can get on other people's branded items. You have to apply for it, and sometimes you can get on it, and sometimes you can't. I'm trying to see. I don't think I have anything else to share, so I'll just let me try. I can do that. I got a few minutes here. I don't know. Are you in a
I'm ready to go, but just because I'm tired now, I don't feel good.
It sucks so bad. Oh, I don't think. Yeah, there we go. Oh, my computer's thinking. So, are you going to be able? Are you thinking you're going to be back to normal this week, or?
I sure hope so. I'm definitely doing 100% better than I was, so I don't see why not.
I'll have to report back on this because now I got to log in. I reset my computer. Now I got to log into my LastPass, and then I got to authenticate it and all that good stuff. So I will share next week when we are back. What is next week? The first weekend of October.
Yes, I should be back to myself next Sunday, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us, and I hope you guys find a lot of good seasonal Halloween items to add into the mix of your regular evergreen items. It always makes a nice little cushion of income.
Yes, it does. All right. Take care, everybody.
Bye.